Martina Kušnírová was all blue when she was examined and therefore could not have died on Wednesday. Even now my hands are still covered in blood. They told me to go wash. No, at least I will have her blood on me for a few hours, she narrated her cruel experience. She disclosed that her child had received a wound on her forehead, but the pathology department had masked it. Well, her nose was taped up, she probably fell on it and had it broken. She was all blue. After the vehement media coverage of Zlatica Kušnírová, they changed the time of death from Friday to Wednesday. But based on publicly available information, it was only based on mobile phones, which the medical examiner is not even supposed to take into account. As can be seen from the timeline, it was Daniel Lipsick who induced her to change her testimony, since on Thursday, according to the first testimony, he and Martina were still communicating, and thus began obstructing the investigation. Martina Kušnírová, a name that has stirred much debate and concern. During a recent medical examination, Martina was found in a severely bruised and discolored state, raising questions about the exact timeline of her death. The findings indicated that Martina couldn't have died on the presumed Wednesday. Instead, she had been in a state of unconsciousness for 2 days before passing away. This revelation has prompted a deeper investigation into the events leading up to her condition. What transpired during those crucial 48 hours? How did Martina end up in such a critical state, and why was there a delay in identifying her true condition? Interestingly, the media bypasses the fact that it was independently determined by 2 people, and always tries to say that the first one, Abdulreza Majidi, was mistaken, ignoring the fact that the autopsy was done independently by another person, Ivan Zavodny. Pathologist Ivan Zavodny performed the autopsy himself and confirmed the original time of death on Friday. We now know that not only were they on the floor on Thursday, but they also managed to unlock the door. The front door of the house was closed. The paramedics thought it was locked. While they were getting their tools ready to pry them open, one of them tried the handle. To his surprise, they opened, though it was more difficult, as if one leaf had sagged. During the initial search, they discovered a total of 2 people with no signs of life. As there was some indication that there might be a gas leak in the house, they had to leave the premises urgently. One of the firefighters donned a special protective suit and, unaware that he was arriving at a future crime scene, re-entered. By then, someone had already noticed the shell casings lying on the floor and shouted, "Get out!" Join us as we delve into the details of this puzzling case, exploring the medical evidence, the timeline of events, and the lingering questions that remain unanswered. Martina Kušnírová's story is one that needs to be told, shedding light on the complexities in the search for truth in her tragic situation, which took place in a house in Velika Maka. What transpired within the walls of the house where the journalist was murdered? Let's listen to an excerpt from the book, The Murder of Ján and Martina, The Investigation. This chilling account provides a harrowing insight into the final moments and the atmosphere of dread that enveloped the scene. The detailed depiction from the book sheds light on the gravity of the situation, the urgency felt by investigators, and the tragic loss of 2 lives dedicated to uncovering truth. As we continue to explore the intricacies of this case, remember the importance of perseverance in the face of adversity and the pursuit of justice for Martina Kušnírová and Ján Kuciak. Their story is a stark reminder of the dangers faced by those who dare to expose the truth. Thank you for joining us in this exploration. Stay tuned for more updates and insights into this and other compelling cases.